Kel 67 Gaming here, and it's stage 19 of Le Tour de France. If you've been watching, you'll be aware that I've had, lost, regained, lost and regained again the yellow jersey, which is all good news. At the beginning of the tour, I also said that I'd like to get the polka dot jersey, which I held for a little while, and the green jersey, which I never did. We're getting to the end of the tour now. Polka dot jersey, green jersey, they're gone. I'm not going to get them. But I do have the overall lead of the race, have the yellow jersey, and I would very much like to keep that and win the race overall. What that means is, we're going to have to keep going as fast as we can. No real strategy other than stick with Bardet. He's my nearest rival. I have to stick with him. I think I've got about a 40-second lead over him. So over the last few stages, if I can just finish a second behind him every stage, assuming that there isn't someone comes from nowhere, I've won the race. I've won the tour. So, without further ado, we will get to the next stage. And in true Tour de France style, it wouldn't really be a Tour de France unless we were in the Alps and heading for Mont Blanc, which is where we're going to end up at the end of this stage. So I'll let you watch it, speak to you afterwards, and we'll see where we are.
Hello everyone! We're in for a restless stage today. With less than 150 kilometres and 5 climbs in store, there won't be a shortage of attacking opportunities.
We're approaching the finish of the tour, guys. Everyone is tired and everything will be decided now. It's all a question of mental strength.
The mountains don't scare him. He's already trying to escape. The riders are barely out of Albertville and already they begin the ascent of the Col de Tamier.
There's plenty of damage at the back of the peloton. It will be a long day in the saddle for those who fall behind.
He's trying to bridge the gap. The first 6 riders at the top will pocket the points towards the polka dot jersey. There will be 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 and 1 point to be gained. He's an excellent puncher who also knows how to climb in the mountains. On the other hand, it's better for him that he finishes alone because his capabilities as a sprinter really are limited. 1.5 minutes for the breakaway. It might just work.
geht's, Alberto! Komm schon, Tom! Come on, Vincenzo! Let's go! Alberto! Komm schon, Team Blanc!
Allez, Froome, tu vas gagner!
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
Komm schon mal! Chavanel! Chavanel!
Auf geht's, Tom! Auf geht's jetzt! Come on, Vincenzo! Woo! Let's go!
Komm schon, Tom!
Allez!
Komm schon, Timo!
Here's the positions over the last climb.
Komm schon, Pierre!
He's one of the best punchers, but he's also very comfortable in the mountains. He's interested in the polka dot jersey or stage victory, but he can also become a luxury teammate. He can pedal far more effectively on the summit climb than on the flat.
Auf geht's, Alberto!
Venga, chicos,
Whether on mountain stages or on hills, he's to be taken seriously as he climbs well. The breakaway can't widen the gap.
Keep going, keep going!
His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out. He's a pure climber, able to follow the very best when he's in shape.
Auf geht's, Peter!
The time gap between the peloton and the escapees is stationary. He could be labelled as a puncher, but he's also good in the mountains. However, his top speed can be described as lethargic. If he wants to take points for the polka dot jersey, he must break away.
Allez, le maillot jaune!
The front of the race starts the ascension of the Col de la Folklore from Mont Blanc, the second climb on today's menu.
Collective fall. It may create gaps.
Keep pushing!
Allez, marche! Auf geht's, Peter!
Go, go, go!
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
Come on, Froome!
Keep going! Vas-y, Alberto! Auf geht's, Vincenzo!
The polka dot jersey has enough lead to be sure to keep it today.
Vas-y, Pierre! Allez, Rigoberto!
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
Vas-y, Robin!
When going downhill, the aerodynamic position is useful to increase speed without expending energy.
The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standings.
Auf geht's, Peter!
Guys, don't forget to protect our leader. Communication is important. That's why we have team comm.
Komm schon!
The gap isn't changing much.
schon, Mann!
He's the best placed in the overall standings amongst those at the head of the race.
Komm schon, Fabian! Komm schon, Vincenzo! Auf geht's, Peter! Auf geht's, Peter! Auf geht's, Kerl! Komm schon!
The breakaway has begun the Col de la Forclaz ascent from Cage. Just under 6 kilometers of climbing, the shortest difficulty of the stage. The first rider to the top of the climb will pocket 5 points towards the mountain standings.
Ganz schön, Silber!
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
Acceleration in the peloton.
The tempo is increasing at the head of the race. The breakaway riders will try and manage the time gap.
Thomas! Vas-y, Thomas! Auf geht's, Pierre! Komm schon, Chris! Go, go, go!
Here's the positions over the last climb.
so! Allez, continuez comme ça!
Allez, Tiglan!
Jetzt Kerl! Komm schon, Alberto! Auf geht's, Peter!
Komm schon, Burrito!
Komm schon, Pierre! Auf geht's, Thibaut!
He's taken the overall lead. Watch out, guys. Collective fall. It may create gaps.
Komm schon, Tor!
The breakaway is at the foot of an untested climb, La Montée de Bisson. With 12.4 kilometers at over 8%, it could prove decisive.
Komm schon,
It's a very demanding climb, especially in the last kilometers, where the slope regularly goes over 10%.
Allez, le maillot jaune!
Komm schon, die Blanc! Das ist super! Allez, continue!
Vas-y, Tiglan!
Auf geht's, Jens! Was ist das?
The gap isn't changing much.
Komm schon, Jens.
Auf geht's, Chris! Komm schon, Peter!
Komm schon, Chris.
Auf geht's, Jens!
The Montée de Bizanne is classified all category. The first 10 riders to the top will therefore pick up points. The first will pocket 25 points.
Auf geht's, Timo!
A teammate is beginning to lose touch.
You won't it up, Pistolero. Super, keep going. Keep going, keep going. Komm schon, Timo.
Auf geht's, komm! Auf geht's, Jens! Komm schon, Rico!
Komm schon, Timo. Hang on, keep pushing.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
Komm schon, Fabian. Auf geht's, Peter.
After the summit, the riders will tackle a short descent which leads straight onto the Col de Zaravi. The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standings.
The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton. Here's the positions over the last climb.
Komm schon, Jens.
The breakaway increases its lead on the yellow jersey group.
Auf geht's, Jens. Auf geht's, Bonito.
the highest placed of the climbers in the breakaway.
Keep going!
Komm schon, Peter!
The descent is over for the front of the race. It now enters the feeding zone.
Komm schon! Komm schon! Come on, come! Komm schon, Alberto!
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
Auf geht's!
The green jersey will not change any more today. The leader is ahead by enough points.
Let's go!
Auf geht's!
The advance of the lead group should be enough to carry it to the end.
Komm schon, Peter! Komm schon, Tommy! Komm schon, Timo! Komm schon, Kerl!
A few more kilometers of flat, and the race will enter its final chapter, with a pairing of the Côte des Amiraux and the Montée du Betex. Most riders should be in familiar territory, as the final sequence of climbs is identical to that of the Critérium du Dauphiné in 2015. The race leaders are at the base of the Côte des Amiraux. The breakaways are now getting down to business. They'll have to hold off the favourites for as long as possible.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. An attack! We've got to react! He's dangerous! Attack! We've got to react straight away! The chase is ours! Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy to attack.
Acceleration at the front of the peloton. No falling asleep.
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standings.
Auf geht's, Peter!
The race lead launches itself onto the Montée du Betex.
Only 5 kilometers left for the race leaders.
5 kilometers for the lead rider. His lead is slim. Anything can still happen.
I want you to ride in his tracks. He's dangerous for the overall standings.
There's an attack at the head of the peloton. The mountain jersey points are doubled for this summit finish. The stage winner will gain 20 points towards the polka dot jersey.
Komm schon, Mark!
At less than 3 kilometers from the finish, the man in front looks to be heading towards a prestigious victory.
Come on, Vincenzo! Let's go! Auf geht's, Tom! Here we go, here we go, here we go! Komm schon, yeah! Jetzt mal bien!
Komm schon, Tom!
Less than 2 kilometers from the finish.
Komm schon, Chris!
The red pennant is in sight for the man at the front of the race.
The breakaway is 1 kilometer from the finishing line. There's movement behind you.
The lead rider has 1 minute 30 on the favourites.
He's amongst the leading riders this year. Here's the yellow jersey of this Tour de France. Let's hope for his sake that things go as well in the future, but for now, he can relish the moment.
That seemed like good news all around. Team Sky were really helpful this time. There's been a lot of stages where Team Sky have been absolutely nowhere, but they were very, very helpful to me this stage, especially Kirienka, who dragged me up a lot of those mountains. You will notice that towards the end I got a bit nervous, and when I saw Bardet go, just went with him. Not only did I go with him and stay within that second so that I said I wanted to stay within him, I actually, at the end, took off from him, increased my lead overall, only by a few seconds, but it all counts. There's now 2 stages left. I've got the yellow jersey. Bardet is so far behind that he really needs a miracle, I think. He may produce it in the next one. Next stage, of course, is going to be in the Alps again. We're going to depart from Mont Blanc. And of course then you've got the last stage at the Champs-Élysées. Let's just hope we can hold on to this yellow jersey. I'm feeling reasonably confident, but you never know in these games. So we'll see what happens. In the meantime, please, if you've liked watching this, tell me. Hit that like button so that I know that you've liked watching it. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you know someone who would like, or who you think would like to watch this video, share it for me. I'd be very, very grateful. Until next time, thanks for watching.